Well, friends, the time is upon us to begin planning for quarter two, April, May, and June of 2023. I'm gonna go through my entire strategy. I'll lay it out for you, and I'm happy to discuss any of it in the comments below. Let's hop into it right now. Okay, so obviously, as we know, quarter two, we're looking at April, May, and June of 2023. Now, my overall goal for 2023 is to focus on wholesale, really get my wholesale business booming, and increase in-person sales. I have a note about that a little bit later on. It's in-person things I've really struggled with, and I'll share with you my fears on that. So make sure you watch all the way through to see what I'm doing to overcome that, because I know I can't be the only one out there feeling a little bit nervous to share this with the people closest to me in my life. That's my goal for the entire year. Here is how I plan to take actionable steps in quarter two to hit it by the end of the year. Okay, my first focus. Now, I did a lot of work at the end of last year to prepare for this, so I feel like I'm in a good spot with it. I have a great core line. I'm really pumped about it. I worked very hard on it. Making these decisions were super tough, I'm sure, as you already know. So I have a great core line. Not everything is ready. So my focus here is going to be finishing out that core line, but also, just kind of two focuses in one. I'm gonna finish out my core line, but I'm also going to be making products that are more like one-off products to get rid of some of the excess that I have in my supply. I have a ton of random ingredients that I bought because I was intending to use for XYZ, and now they're just kind of sitting because I've really pared down my formulas and I'm happy with the ingredients that I have. So now I have tons of extra ingredients, especially fragrance oils. When I tell you I have too many fragrance oils, I have too many fragrance oils. So my big focus here, spend quarter two paring everything down and making as much as I can to move those extra ingredients and fragrance oils while they're still fresh. Obviously, I'm not willing to waste those ingredients or fragrance oils. I want to use them up, but I don't want to just make those products, because then someone that's returning, you know, maybe they really liked this body butter that I made, but if I used all my ingredients for that and I have nothing for them to return to, you know, it's kind of one of those catch-22 situations. So that's why having the core line is so important to me. That way, someone coming back has something to come back to. It's really a healthy balance that I'm trying to find, for sure. And actually, that reminds me, my core line is missing a coffee fragrance. I've tried a couple that I did not like. I would love to hear your suggestions for that coffee fragrance in the comments below. I really need a good one. And I actually, you know what, that would be great if you leave your suggestion below, because I would love to order a couple different ones. We can smell test them here and do a whole video so we can all find a great coffee fragrance. The next thing I need to do, this one I feel is always a challenge, and that is figuring out and making final decisions on all of the vessels that I have. So as you all know, before I had plastic, now I'm working to change everything over to glass. I have this size, I have that size. I have just too many different variations of the same thing, and it's really not working for me and my brand any longer. Okay, I'm looking to order a huge quantity of one thing and being able to use it for 4 or 5 different products, which obviously is not the case for everything, but as much as I can, that is what I'm looking to do. So making those final decisions is at the very top of my list for quarter two, putting all of those pieces into place. That way I can place one order and save some money instead of placing 3 different orders for 700 different things. I know the math doesn't math there, but you know what I'm saying. This actually piggybacks right off of that. I am putting a huge focus and a lot of effort into streamlining absolutely everything as much as I can. I don't want to have all of these extra ingredients or extra fragrance oils or random vessels laying around. You know, right now I've got like 3 or 4 of this, I've got 3 or 4 of this, and I don't have like one big amount to be able to fulfill these wholesale orders. So having all of these different things goes directly against my overall goal for the year of getting a lot of wholesale accounts. So again, I need to really focus and streamline those products and packaging. Now, the next piece is actually not my idea, so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This came from Humblebee and Me, and she has a fabulous, like, it's not even just a channel. She has a YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description, but she also has this excellent website, and it's got like an encyclopedia of ingredients. Like, it's wild. So if you've never heard of her, I highly recommend checking her out because she is awesome. But something that she has mentioned through multiple of her videos is to really focus on, if you're looking to purchase more expensive ingredients, make sure that you're putting them in a formulation that sits on the skin, not something that washes off. So for example, if you want to use a more luxurious oil, right? Use your more luxurious oil, but use it in a formulation like a body butter over a bar of soap. Because if you use it on a bar of soap, you're just washing that expensive ingredient down the drain, and your customer is not able to get the full experience of that ingredient. So it's kind of like, you know, a waste. So I'm absolutely working on this as we speak to make sure that all of my formulations fit within that guideline. Now, as far as holidays go, the major ones that fit in Q2 are Mother's Day, Memorial Day, and Father's Day. I don't know that I will land heavily on making products for Memorial Day. I do think that it's a very important holiday, of course, but for me, I'm not going to be, you know, spending time to plan a collection for Memorial Day. I'll probably just do a Memorial Day type sale, something like that, but I will heavily be planning for Mother's Day. I don't know exactly what I'm offering now or yet, but I do plan on offering some sets. So if you're looking for a Mother's Day specific video, I can, where, you know, I have everything planned out and I can outline that for you, let me know in the comments below. Happy to share. And I don't necessarily, as far as Father's Day goes, right, I don't necessarily have a plan for Father's Day. I don't offer many men's products. I do have a couple. So I probably will make some soaps, some bar soap for men, and maybe some lotion. I do have some containers, again, going back, I do have some like amber colored containers that I think would fit well there. So I don't exactly have a plan for Father's Day yet, but nor do I plan to offer a ton of stuff or even pull out a collection for it or plan a collection for it. But I will, you know, have a couple of offerings that'll likely be just for wholesale or just for my local customers. Now, this next one is definitely about conquering fears, because a big goal of mine is to kind of like announce myself in my real world, like my everyday life. Obviously, you all are here, you know about me, right? But I don't, I haven't really told a lot of people in my real everyday life about any of my handmade business, and absolutely comes from my place of fear. And what if people think I'm weird, or what if people think, oh, really, or what if people are like, man, that, you know. So anyway, everything that I am fearing is based in what other people think of me or how other people perceive me, and I don't want that to be the case anymore. I believe in the products that I'm making. I believe in the products that I'm making. I think that I'm doing something that I love, and I think it's great. I don't think it's crazy. Like, I think that it's awesome. And I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like weird about people that I see every day, like knowing, even though there's nothing weird about, I don't know how to describe it, right? But I'm just very fearful of how other people will like take that information. So it's a big push for me to kind of, you know, announce it to the people that I know in real life, which is honestly scarier than telling, you know, you guys online about it. So, you know, stay tuned for how that's going. I did take a step, and that was to pitch a candle making workshop to a place that we have in my town, where you can go and like make things. you know, they have workshops there. So I did actually pitch myself to that workshop to host like a candle making class. I think that's great if you're someone like me, like I want to do vendor events, but I just right now don't have the availability to do it. So I think that this is a good kind of middle ground step to get myself out there, but not have to make a, you know, once a week commitment for a couple of months, or, you know, whatever. Different vendor events have different requirements, of course. The vendor markets that we have here are wonderful, but you do have to sign like a twice a week or once a week for 3 months at a time contract. And again, I just don't have that right now. So maybe in the future I will, but right now is not the time. I don't have the time for that. So I'm hoping that, you know, if this candle making class does go through, that workshop and I can become a partnership where, you know, we can do it on a semi-regular basis. So wish me luck in all of that. And I don't know, I feel like it sounds silly to talk about being, you know, nervous or afraid to tell people in my real life about it, but it is. I am. I can't help it. You know, it's just nerve-wracking, you know? I think more so because I would be devastated if the people in my everyday life knew about it and didn't care. So I guess we're just gonna have to see. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. The last thing that I am planning on doing, or a goal that I have for Q2 in 2023, is to have samples available that I can include in orders. I'm talking a lip balm sample or a lip scrub, not even a lip scrub. I love lip scrubs and I want to formulate one, but again, I'm trying to like pare down, not go wild. So again, or like a body butter or like a mini soap, just something that is a sample, a few samples that I could add in to orders, especially wholesale orders. I think that would be an excellent touch. I think that it would really encourage people to try other products from me and reorder from me. I think that would be great. And I definitely think that is a strategy that any of us could use. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Q2 of this year. Wholesale and in person is where I am headed for now, at least until summer. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. You guys know I'm an open book. I am happy to help where I can. If you need any more details or, you know, have any thoughts, you want to bounce some ideas off of me, would love to hear it. Here I am bouncing my ideas off of you. So I'm happy to return that favor. Just let me know down in the comments below. Or if you're not, you know, ready to kind of make it like as public as on a YouTube video, you can always email me. My email is in the description below. Send me an email. Again, I'd love to chat and kind of, you know, build my community a little bit more. So we're gonna leave it there. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, we're planning for 6 weeks out. I'll see you in my next one.